So in my last video, if you haven't watched, obviously talked about the Smash roster. I didn't obviously get a chance to talk about anything else because that was just the essential thing I want to get out there. But in this video, I actually want to switch it up and obviously talk about game modes, which is obviously another essential experience with Smash Brothers. Of course, we have the, the rage moments, the funny moments, all the sort of kinds of moments when it comes to these modes. And I think, of course, they are another core essential part of, obviously, like I said, Smash Brothers. But let's not waste any more time and dive straight in. Obviously, there's some that should definitely stay in, like regardless, like there should not be an issue with having these in the next Smash Brothers games, and that is obviously classic mode, obviously home contests, which are pretty much your average general Smash Brothers mode that you always have. And for some weird reason, if it's not in the next game, then yeah, I think it's a telltale sign that the next Smash Bros. Game won't probably be that good. Another game mode, of course, is Multi-Man Smash. Obviously, you just go against the odds and just see how long you can really survive against the wave and endless waves of enemies rushing you down, whether this be Mii's or actually the roster itself. And since we're talking about rosters and stuff like that, we might as well talk about All-Star, which was absent for some weird reason in Smash Ultimate. I kind of get why, obviously, because the chunk load of characters, but I think that would have made it even more exciting because of the amount of characters that we had. Hopefully it can come back in the next Smash Bros. Either as free DLC or something, or maybe something bundled in with DLC, I don't know. What? Smash Run is a cool mode that I think could also come back. It was an exclusive mode for the 3DS version of Smash Bros. 4, which was 10 times better than what Wii U had. I don't know what they was thinking when they done that, but hey, I'm not complaining because that was the superior one anyway. But obviously getting back to obviously the main topic, Smash Bros. Run is obviously a cool mode where you obviously kind of traverse and explore this little, I guess, dungeon sort of area, trying to get, I think, points or unlock stuff. And eventually at the end, as you obviously build up your kit or your strength and stuff like that, I think you just have a free-for-all at the end and then obviously win. I know it's kind of basic and probably simple, but it's still actually really fun once you get into it. I mean, I guess it probably just gave that itch of Subspace Emissary since neither Smash 4 or Smash 5 ever had something that good. And whilst we're talking about modes, I think we should address the big one in this conversation, and that is, of course, story mode or adventure mode, however you want to call it. Basically the mode that we all want, because at the end of the day, since playing Smash Bros. 3, which was obviously Brawl, I don't know why I addressed it as number 3, but it doesn't matter. Obviously since playing that game, we've all been hungering for another story mode, and when Ultimate decided to add a adventure mode or a big kind of story mode with a little bit of cutscenes, we was ultimately disappointed because of how lacking it was. And I'm not gonna lie, it was like really repetitive too, because it just, I don't know, it just wasn't really hitting the same like Subspace Emissary, and I just felt like I was cheated almost of getting this, big hype of, adrenaline going on, and just finding out that it's just basically one big extended version of classic mode. Perhaps I'm being too harsh on that mode, but again, it just really wasn't hitting the same. Like honestly, it kind of made me want to play Smash Run again for some good reason. So yeah, I think honestly we need something very similar to Subspace Emissary when it comes to how the story mode or adventure mode, however you want to call it, obviously ends up being in the next Smash game. I think exploration was a key factor of it, and just overall the little cutscenes, the boss battles felt way more better and just way more exciting, and it really got you sucked in and invested to complete the whole game. Now of course the reason why we probably didn't get, well, it's not even why, essentially Sakurai wasn't really happy that everyone was just uploading the cutscenes and the whole story mode up on YouTube, which obviously I guess back then would be a little bit frustrating, but in this current day and age where everyone kind of does that for content creation and as an actual living, I think that's kind of weird to not try to do it again. I get it, I guess you want people to experience it for themselves, but in this day and age things are very different. But of course that is entirely up to Sakurai. I mean, it's also free marketing too, because not only that, you get people's eyes on your work, which people probably wouldn't have even thought of picking up the game, and now they're like, oh, I might actually pick this game up and play it for myself and discover even more secrets and stuff. Just make it more expansive and more better. Heck, I would even mind, I think a lot of people wouldn't mind if this was just DLC. I would gladly take this as DLC because Subspace Emissary was just peak. I think Level Editor should also make a return, but I think that's guaranteed because it was just really a fun mode, and a lot of people loved it in Smash Ultimate and obviously in other modes. So I think it's a given that that's probably going to stay just like classic mode as a pretty much essential part of Smash Brothers at this point. So if you guys did enjoy this video and all what I've really had to say about certain modes, and obviously let me know in the comment section below what modes I probably missed out. I think I did miss out one, which was obviously I think what Target Smash, which target mode, or can't remember what it's called exactly, but essentially it's kind of like you're going around this sort of level and trying to hit every single target before times run out. I think something like that. I could be wrong, but again, if you guys obviously have any mode that I missed out, then definitely let me know in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more Smash Brothers content. Peace out guys, and have a lovely day.